following is a dramatic recreation of what it looked like if you wanted to come into this room about a month ago. What do you want? Do you want to come in? Not a good idea right now. Not safe, frankly. When can you come in? Never. Versus what it's like now if you would like to come into this room. Welcome. What's that? You want to come inside? Why, of course. Everyone is welcome. The carpets are so lovely. I recently made a cosplay for the World Cosplay Summit preliminary competition in which myself and my partner managed to place second. It truly feels like such an honor and a really cool achievement. But today I would like to highlight a little bit of the behind the scenes that goes into making a costume like this. I have absolutely destroyed this room. My crafting space is absolutely trashed. So I need to clean up this room. But while I'm doing that, I also want to reorganize a lot of things, both with the crafting section of this room and the filming area. This backdrop is dated. I made this leafy book brown aesthetic backdrop close to 5 years ago now. I can't believe how long I've been doing this. And this was at a point where I was still making history related content, and so I did really want that like academic cool look to the channel. The channel's changed a lot, it just doesn't fit with what I do now. I still film video essays in front of this thing and it's in like big pink wigs and DDLC cosplays. It just doesn't fit anymore. So I want to create a new backdrop that is more in tune with the content I make now, and also with a different setup. It's really hard to film video essays when you're in this and you're in the middle and you need to put something as a reference on screen. I want it so that I'm facing this way and I have space to put little pop-ups and references. So let me clue you in on my plan to reorganize and reinvigorate this space. Let's go section by section. Essentially we have storage, main crafting area, filming area, ×2 backdrops. I now have this blank sort of area here. We moved a shelf from here recently. I want to keep my dress mannequin here, potentially the mirror that I still need to set up. It's not properly propped up, it's sitting on top of a chair. Haven't gotten to it. And EVA foam is going to get a much better storage solution in this because I can never bother to roll it up properly, and so this happens. Table, going to stay the same, just needs a really good cleanup. This area, the shelf is no longer going to be a backdrop so I can store big things on it. My new backdrop is going to be here. I'm going to get a second photography backdrop that I'm going to hang from those nails on the wall and then have new shelving there. And then this one can sit in front of it for when I do want a plain background for like showcasing cosplays, or potentially if I'm still doing cosplay skits. This needs to be cleaned. I desperately need to reorganize fabrics. I really need a better system. It's just, it just needs a tidy. Oh, hello. Hello, mommy, I didn't see you there. Pretty much everything here is just gonna get reorganized. Things like this drawer just suck because it's heavy with paints and so it's very likely to fall. Some of that is probably gonna go on that narrow shelf there so it's stacked up. A lot of this is Senku work in progress stuff, so that can now go. And then this just needs to be cleaned. These drawers are where I keep like all my things that I reach for while sewing, and I don't think it's the best solution because everything gets thrown in there and so it just encourages more chaos and I lose things a lot. So instead, my lovely sister gave me this sewing box for my birthday. So I'm going to use this as my things that I reach for the most when sewing to keep it organized and create like my own go-to sewing kit because I haven't really done that before, which is surprising. So those are like the main big things that are gonna happen down here. My goal for today, I don't think I'm gonna get to any like furniture moving today. The thing I wanna work on most today is tidying up and just a lot of pottering to get things set up properly. If I can get to it today, I'd like to get the floor cleaned. The floor is bad. It's really bothering me. I will feel so much better when there is not wig hair in every fiber of this carpet. So yeah, let's just get into some tidying up so that we can all feel better. You wanna do some cleaning? Let's do some cleaning. But first I'm probably gonna make myself a cup of tea as motivation. Let's go. I truly do not know where to start. I just got the biggest heart attack of my life. I'm cleaning in here. I pull out my finger, it's covered in red. There's some kind of fibers of something red. Huh? What are you? There's not even red in here. Where is it coming from? Nasty. That's half the table. Okay, so a little update on where I've gotten up to. The table is at least the cleaner it has been in a long time now. I've reorganized these drawers and put together my cute little sewing box. So this is all hand sewing stuff, chalks, tape measures, things that I will reach for. A whole section of seam rippers. In the bottom I've got things like pattern weights, bias, binding, fasteners, embroidery thread. These three, once I've cleared off that, I'm going to put them at the top of that so I can grab them and go. These mats I need to just clean off all the paint and glue that's been on them. That won't take too long. So this area I think I will keep like this. These will move up there, and then I'll have like all this room for crafting as long as I keep it clean. I just made a horrifying discovery. The Uhu glue has been slowly breaching containment. Ew. And gloop it onto my table. Great. I love having one more thing to clean up. Patterns for costumes are so weird because like there's so much work on these. The amount of notes I left for myself on how to assemble the bag. These are some sort of the sleeve patterns. These are my shoe patterns. This was a lot of work to come up with these such weird shapes. But like, I truly will never make a pair of shoes that look like that again. So these are all just gonna go in the recycling. But like there's truly no point to keeping them. Okay, so I did begin the immense job of vacuuming this carpet this morning, but I've discovered I do kind of have to clean up that corner before I can really do it. Because yeah, I really need to be able to get into all of this to be able to vacuum properly. So this morning's goal is gonna be tidy up floor areas, get this set up on the shelf, and then the floor cleaned. And because then I think at that point I'll be able to fix up the filming area and get the new furniture set up there. I just gotta keep on pushing and keep on vacuuming. I'm actually surprised how much managed to actually come up from this table. I thought that was going to be permanent, but I got most of it up. I'm just going to leave it there because my hand's not loving this. Okay, so today is the day that I need to actually finish everything down here. I have added some costumes to the dress rail. Will they stay on there? Great question. The second I put these on, this almost tipped over, and I may have to sandbag it down. It's supposed to sit here. It's sitting here. Let me show you what else I did. I made a little area for all our Cosplay Summit props and other video props that I've used. Both the Madoka Magical ones and all the Dr. Stone ones were used in the stop motion for our background videos for performances. And this is a little winning plaque, and I put the little faces from our skit on there because they actually kind of go really well with it. As I am sitting and sewing, I can look up and be like, look at the cool things I've done before, and maybe feel motivated. I thought I was recording the whole thing about me setting up this, but I wasn't. So what I'm doing right now is trying to see how things fit, because I'm bringing things that I have in display in my room, like figures and stuff, putting them here as little accessories. This is gonna take some finagling, for lack of a better term. I discovered this standee that I have not peeled the peely off, so now you might finally get some aesthetic content from this video. Nice. Okay, so this is what we're settling for now. I think it's pretty cute. I worry that maybe it looks a little empty, maybe the focus is on the leaves a little too much, but I have a chance to play around with this and see what I like, and also, you know, buy new things, hee. This backlight behind here, literally, it is a desk lamp folded down. I got new lamps for my room, so I had to spare one of these. I think that truly makes it. I want to have little light sources on here to light everything, and I think that's really helped. So with the exception of like a handful of things I need to rehome, I think this is actually done. So now I will show you a completed clean room tour. Welcome. What's that? You want to come inside? Why, of course. Everyone is welcome. The carpets are so lovely. So welcome to the room tour. As you enter, we have this now lovely little corner here. This shelf, I now have all paints, tall things, paintbrushes and primers in here. we have some lovely decor. But I'm actually so happy with this corner. It actually looks nice and it's practical. Moving on down, we have the top of the cupboards. The insides of the cupboards haven't changed that much other than tidying up the fabric stash that's in one of them. But along the top here, things in progress. These is the pile of the dress with a rip in it that I need to repair and skirts that might be for an upcoming cosplay, as well as keeping some of the bigger items. This space was pretty fine as it was. It just got covered in stuff. This is where I was keeping all the pattern pieces for Senku, and so it got out of hand real quick. Oh, now doesn't that just look lovely? Da, 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 da. So first of all, on the wall, we have bits and awards from performances. And then look at all my lovely organized baskets. I have a basket for miscellaneous acrylic paint. You may think that that's not a great organization system for tubes of paint. I don't paint that often, so honestly for me, rummaging through a basket for paint, not a big deal. These are actually organized now in a way that only makes sense to my brain. This is things that I regard as tools, which includes, I can't remember what these are called, respirator and air dry clay. This is the trash bucket, car sponge, infamous, bits of pipe, half a coat hanger, the weird trash that I keep that I genuinely do know will get used someday, surprisingly. And then miscellaneous bedazzling sewing supplies. This one I can't really explain, just that it makes sense in my brain that these things go together. Embroidery hoops, boning, scrap wire, and bits of lace and beading that I've accumulated. And paper butterflies left over from Effie. This section is a little bit harder to explain. This is primarily fabric. These are all fabrics that aren't fabrics. Bad way of explaining it. This is all specialty fabrics. That's the better word to use. This has got batting, interfacing, stiffeners, power mesh, stuff like that that doesn't fit in with cotton. These are all the big pieces of fabric, like more than a meter. These are all little bits of fabric. I don't know if it's the best system to have everything just kind of stacked up, but because it's a clear tub, I can at least see into it and see what I want. These ones are all ones I've been slowly collecting for when I eventually want to make myself a puff quilt. I think that time should be soon because the amount of stuff I have stacked up that it's like, oh, but this is for when I eventually make a puff quilt. All of this is organized by scrap fabric. This is big pieces of scrap fabric for if I want to test stitches. These two red buckets are leftover fabric from Senku, and that's from Homura. They're very specific and they're more expensive fabric, so I don't want to toss out my scraps, but I don't necessarily have a use for them right now, so they're in there. Along the top, these are all things I can grab while I'm working on a project, like my sewing kit, which I showed you all put together, so that when I'm done, I can put them back up there. Will I stick with that? Who knows? The table isn't actually too different. I've still got a sewing machine and power board there. I've just condensed down a lot of what I actually keep at this end of the table, including the bin that I need to empty. I have these better organized. Those are the paintbrushes that I actually use the most, pens and scissors and things for gluing there. These sewing tools are here. Moving on down to the filming area. So as planned, this shelf is mainly storage now. Big rolls of EVA foam at the top, big machines there, props and stuff that I just don't have other space for in there. Those are the big bags of scrap fabric that I'm going to use for stuffing when I make a puff quilt. There's a lot there. I hate throwing things out. I will find a way to reuse them. And then the bottom shelves are mainly like filming equipment and prop stuff. You've seen the backdrop and you'll get to see it kind of in use quite soon in the next video essay. So we have backdrop, and then when I don't want to have the shelf backdrop for talking, it gets hidden and I have my white backdrop. This corner also got tidied a bit. The basket that I kept the EVA foam in previously, I'm now keeping the photography backdrops. And then we have the actually cleared off table, wow! And then the last entirely new section is where we now have the dress rack. Mannequin is also here. This fits all in this space, but then it can also move if I need it to. This bit of wall up here is also going to get used. I just had some styrofoam heads I ordered came in, and I'm going to copy the drag queen way of hanging wigs off the wall and have them here. This is for like the big styled wigs like Senku, who is currently wrapped in bubble wrap in the corner. So yes, that concludes the room reorganization. I know this is a lot different to what I normally do on my channel, but this was something I had to do anyway. Doing it for a video made sure I was actually going to get it done. Plus, sometimes I like to experiment with things, bring in some new people. I love slower paced reorganization videos. Someone reorganizing bookshelves, peak content in my opinion. So even if this isn't my normal thing, I feel like surely there's going to be someone out there who enjoyed it. And if that was you, let me know. Like the video, leave a comment. Now that this room is clean, I can finally get back into properly working on projects down here. I said I never wanted to work on a wig again after the things I went through, and now I'm like, what if I worked on a wig this weekend? New cosplays, new video essays, all coming soon. So subscribe so you don't miss it. As always, thank you for your time, your attention, and your support. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.